All right, simplifying with imaginary numbers. Okay, be careful because this one has a minus in between and this one's multiplication. So those are different things, so pay attention. I'm going to distribute my negative, so I have 6 plus 3i equals negative 2. Whoops, not equals. Minus 2 plus 3i. Combine your i's together, which would be 6i, and combine your constants together, which would be 4. Remember that the I likes to go in back, even though usually we put variables at the front. It's not a variable, it's an imaginary number. So it's a plus bi, okay? So be careful about that. This one we're multiplying, so I personally like the box method. So we have 6 and 3i, 2 and minus 3i. I could flip these, flip them around and it would get me the same answer. So 12 minus 18i plus 6i minus 9i squared. Remember, I squared really equals negative 1, so it's 9 times negative 1. Negative 9 times negative 1 is a positive 9. So 12 and 9 give me my 21, and negative 18i and 6i is going to give me minus 12i. Again, that I likes to be in the back, constant in the front. All right, simplify this. We do not like i's in the denominator because they are a radical. So we are going to multiply by the conjugate, which is just the exact same numbers, but with a different sign. So if it's positive, it switches to negative. If it's negative, it switches to positive. I am going to go ahead and box method this guy out here. So we have 2 minus 6i and 2 plus 6i. 4, 12i, negative 12i, and negative 6i squared. Those i's cancel out. Again, I squared is equal to negative 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is 6, and so that means my denominator is 10. I would distribute this 80 to both pieces, so that's going to be 160 plus 480i. Okay. If it asks it to be in a plus bi form, you just separate 160 over 10 and 480 over 10, and then reduce fractions if possible. So this would be just 16 plus 48i, because just our zeros cancel out. Okay. Maybe go ahead and pause the video here and see if you can do this one. So again, I'm going to multiply by the conjugate, same numbers, just flip the sign. So I'm going to have to FOIL this denominator here. So this is 9, 12i minus 12i. Apparently I like the number 12 today. Negative 16i squared. Again, I squared becomes negative 1. Whoops. I squared becomes negative 1. 16 times negative 1 is just 16. 9 and 16 is going to be a whopping 25, and my i's cancel. I would also have to FOIL out this top because it is 2 terms instead of just 1 term like the last time we did this. So this is going to be 33i negative 4di and negative 4i squared. Again, that I squared becomes negative 1, so that becomes 4. So our top is going to be 34 minus 37i. And then we are going to go ahead and separate those. So this would be 34 over 25 minus 37i over 25. Okay. All right, also factoring with these, because this is the sum of squares, so we would separate this. 100 is a perfect square, so we have 10 and 10. X squared is a perfect square, x and x. 49 is 7 and 7. Because there's a plus sign, the second term is going to have an I, and 1 plus, 1 minus. Same thing here, except I'm going to say, hey, I can factor out a 4, so that leaves me with 25x squared plus 9. So the 4 is going to come along for the ride. I see that, again, I have perfect squares. 25 is 5 and 5, x squared is x and x, 9 is 3 and 3. Tack an I on because there's a plus sign in the middle, and do 1 plus 1 minus. That is factored. All right, I hope you find yourself well. Have a great day. Bye.